Good morning, traders. I hope that everyone is doing well. Welcome to another day. It's Monday, start of the week. I have got into a position. Actually, let me mark up the entry. It was 869. I think it was there. Stop loss is 832, which is over here. There we go. And then target is pretty much gap fill. There we go. Okay, so that's the position for today. I saw it when the alert went off and it pulled back already. And so basically the idea behind this position is as follows. Now, last week we came into this area of imbalance, reacted off of this 15-minute point of interest, sold off a little bit and pushed through. And we've gapped down on the open. And so my expectation is that we're going to close the gap and then push further upwards. Price really hasn't been retracing properly. We haven't really had a clear retracement on the moves upwards, which is, I guess, a bit unfortunate. But usually I like to wait for the retracement. But as it stands now, I think my main priority is just this gap close, or at least the majority of the gap close, because we do have a bit of liquidity to the upside in the forms of highs. And I think we're probably going to clear those into the other points of interest above. So that's the idea for the trade. If we get onto the 15-minute, you'll see. And that's what I'm looking for. And then we'll see how it plays out from here. It's not a huge trade, like distance-wise, that I wanted to cover. But it does really fit some decent criteria. Let's just run through it very quickly. So we have the lows set here in London and in Asia. And so what happened here is price pushed up coming into the Frankfurt session, because this start here is the Frankfurt session, the first hour. We started pushing downwards. We consolidated. We then, probably 1 minute's a bit easier to see this. So then we started consolidating, and then we broke, took the lows, and immediately came in, met the highs. And for me, that there's a very good sign that we're going to go upwards. And so then I mark on, this one here was a 5-minute point of interest, so 5-minute order block, and then price came into it, touched it, and started coming up. I wish I had set a pending order on here, but I didn't. And it's not terrible. It's only a couple of pips difference. Maybe like a pip at most different. A couple of pipettes. Yeah. And so now the expectation is that we should see price push higher. And statistically, I think 60 or 70% of the time on EU, this gap will fill, this weekly open gap. So that's the expectation. And we're trading off that idea. And so we'll see how it goes. I think I will most likely go break even once we clear these highs, these session highs over here. And let's see how it goes. I don't see why this position won't play out. But of course, the markets can do anything. And I'll get another time lapse going, and then we can just watch how price plays out. Let me just mark out these highs of last week and the highs of Friday and the lows of the week and lows of Friday. Let's go on to is it 5 minutes? Which one should we do today? Yeah, I think we'll leave it on the 5 minute. 3 minute could do. Okay, let's watch how it plays out. I'm in this position. Let's see how it goes. And there we go. So closed out the trade, and just, this is one of the trades that meet criteria. This is something that often see plays out. And I feel like last week there was, I want to say a bit of desperation, but it certainly does feel like that. I was pushing myself to make money, to have a good week. I started off last week with a win for the week, and I really could have just backed off and taken my time and just waited for those like A+ setups, those setups that I know, that I see very often. I see like 3 of them a week. I could have just waited for those, but instead I pushed a little bit. And last week I went from being up 5R on the Monday to ending the week plus 1R. So overall, I took 4 losses last week, had 1 win, and still made profit for the week. Now this week, I'm starting the week off, and this one was, I think, just shy of the 5R. It was maybe like 4.8R or something like that. We could actually really check. 4.7R. Let's probably actually just put it there. So that's what I ended up catching, a 4.7R trade. I took it off the table because we're so close to TP, and I'd rather secure the profits than wait for it to push a little bit higher, and then it turns around and I lose all the profit. Because in essence, I'm risking all of this profit just to make that little bit extra. So the idea behind the trade, once again, just as a recap, was the fact that we had opened with a gap, and the gap had filled so far that much, and we had a push down in price consolidated. We then took liquidity, took all these lows down here, and then we settled back near these highs. We left an order block and then entry down here, obviously then targeting the gap fill. And so once it reached the gap fill, I took profits off the table. And so that was the idea behind the trade. If you guys ever see this, try and execute it like that. Hope it makes you some money as well. And hope you guys have a lovely week. All the best. If I do take more trades, obviously I will post them. Whether they're a win or a loss, I'll post them. And I'll catch up with you guys in the next video. Keep well and manage your risk. So it's just a little screenshot of a chart markup, just explaining the thought process a little bit better. So like just visually explaining what I was looking at, and like step by step, the thought process of the trade. That's what I was aiming for. I can aim to do this for other trades as well, but I thought I'd just include this right at the end of the video. And if you guys are interested in looking at it, it's here. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.